2 viewers. Do, do. That's funny. Then I guess I better not type anymore. Let's see here. Which one do I got to go to now? This one. How's that, Dressier?
So, let's see what kind of damage has happened since the last time I was in this world here. So, welcome to Risha, a moon, the smallest moon of Safina. And its main resource that makes it unique between the two moons of Safina is that it has uranium. A dual voice input. Oh, you know what? I'll tell you what I will do. Let's see here. Robin Shield showed me these tricks. Let me see. It's now, can you hear me okay now? There was multiple mics enabled and I didn't know if I needed to change that or not. And so this is the little place that I've built for myself, and as the sun comes up, which it is just starting to, it's going to get very bright here. How does all the other volumes sound, Dressier? Is it the game sound okay? Can you hear a little bit of the Space Engineers music in the background, and I'm not overbearing or too quiet? And I got to remember, there's a 30-second delay too. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself. And so, as I'm watching the chat over here, I'm going to bounce back out of the game real quick so I can put it on top. Faintly. You can faintly hear me or faintly hear the game. I want to make it right. So this base here, I have a ship that I built based on one of Aragath's most awesome talent. I started off on Safina, which is basically 99% a desert planet with atmosphere and many sandstorms. Oh, the music? I purposely have it down quiet so I could bring it up a little bit, or the game sounds, I could bring those up a little bit. But I've done my thing. I've taken somebody else's design and I've slowly but surely twisted it into what I want and what functions for me. Because the first version, I actually failed in my attempt to come to this moon and ended up crashing. Of course, I think it was overloaded too. But we'll play with that later. And then back there, that is my jump ring. And we'll play with that later. I'm not really planning on spending all day here, but a couple hours probably. We'll see how that goes. And let's make sure I keep an eye on my vitals here. So this is my version of a solar tower. And I need these guns because I keep getting visited by boarding vessels and what's that other one? It sends piranhas. And so this is my first uranium mine. This is where it all started, right here. And it goes down about 130 meters. And now I've transitioned to cutting out a little ring in this area so that I can build. So I can bring all this stuff underground. And about where that refinery is, I want to make that into a personnel elevator to go down into like a receiving area. And I'll probably maybe I'll work on that today. And, oh, excellent. Well, thank you. I'm doing it right so far, I guess. So this is kind of an example of what I'm trying to do. Is I want to have a level here. I think I've cut in too far because just how little space is here. And so I am going, oh, hello, Travis. This is the first room that I've created in this huge bore of mine, and this is specifically, let's get the mood lighting going here, specifically for batteries and oxygen. And as the sun keeps coming up and hitting those solar arrays with the oxygen farms, I'm slowly accruing some oxygen that I can use once I get the entire base piped up. And here's the base reactor. And so let me do a little, turn this on here. I'll do a little spectator so you can see how I built this up. And thanks to those wonderful hinges that finally came about. Let me slow down the camera here. That's the room I'm in right now. Put a hinge, and I actually built the blocks along here first to get the 45 degrees, and I went out 15 blocks. And then just hoped everything would connect up, which it did. And I had, once I got there, I put the conveyor, set the hinge, and then built the conveyor tubes all the way back, set up the hinge, and put a hinge half on the conveyor tubes, and then locked it in. And then went ahead and ran a conveyor up. I did that manually, and it looks like garbage, but manually up to the oh, I'm getting turned around. Man, yeah, this way. Manually to the solar arrays. So for Travis's enjoyment, there's my pit as opposed to yours. Travis is actually a gentleman that I work with that he also plays casually like I do, and is presently has a little foot in this world, but at a distant planet. Where is that planet? As we'll run back here. I'll show you in there too. But just on the horizon, you can see the Earth-like planet. And from me, that's 4,400 kilometers. And in just that ship, it would take me, I think I calculated it out to be 13 hours at maximum keen vanilla speed. So I built my jump ring, which has 4 jump drives. And I didn't realize that with the mass of that ship and the mass of this ring, I would be able to obtain all 8,000 kilometer range with the 4 jump drives. So I can easily make it to the Earth planet in one jump, barely using any energy. And then I've got this all set up so that I can fly it in a low gravity environment, and then of course in space. It doesn't do too terribly great on this moon. And I've been trying to use the wreckage from all the attacks that I have to build 2 more ion thrusters on the bottom than are on the top. There are 8 ion thrusters in each direction, which makes it maneuver relatively well. So, and this is my huge landing pad in preparation for any visitors that might come along. And I built this up, and this has gone through a couple different versions. And so, do all this introduction here. And this is a little garage hangar that I made just because I kept getting attacked, and at one time the boarding party, or the boarding vessel, sent down a couple of marauders which actually do have weapons, and they started lighting up this place and kind of half destroyed the miner or the rover that I had. So I built this. We'll turn on the lights in here. And so I built this behemoth, and it gets around pretty good on the surface here. The low gravity does help out quite a bit. There's no guns on it, because for the most part, the last time that I got actually chased by piranhas, I was able to outrun them and got back to base, and the guns took care of them. So let me think here. What shall we do? Right now, I see there's only 2 of you gentlemen that are in the chat there, and it looks like that's about it for people that are on the stream. So I'll leave it up to you what you'd like me to do. I have been thinking about going to Safina, which means connecting up to the jump ring and heading over there. That's only like 400 kilometers away. But I can collect some platinum, because that's one of the big things on Safina, is it actually has platinum on the planet, which obviously is not a thing that vanilla planets do. And I'm using the smart hinges for the solar array, so I don't have to use the script, although the script is awesome. This is much simpler. And each of these, I don't know why that one's not turned around yet, but each of these are, maybe it's a Scherer-Nurser tensor problem. All right, so let's take a look real quick. It may start moving. Should be facing the sun. It really should be. Blow up the Earth-like planet? Ooh!
I just need to find my Alludium P-38. An earth-shattering kaboom! Those drastic earthlings.
Okay, I'll stop. All right, so what I was gonna do is figure out. I really just need to move that stuff down underneath. So I think maybe that's what I should probably start doing, is laying out where I want to have the refinery and the cargo. Maybe start with the cargo first, because the drill is hooked up to the refinery. That area over there, over here, this is going to be where the elevator will be, and you'll actually access this ring. It's definitely a lot. Is definitely just like recording. Suddenly the brain locks up. I like leaving the lights off. I usually run with the UI off as well, which is why I miss some messages that get sent to me. Oh, let's grab a few of these, a few of these, a few of these. Let's go for a drop. Oh, light, not jetpack. And that is what I was drilling for, the uranium. So as you can see, that is in the cab that's right there attached to the refinery. So I'm 135 meters down. So it's a pretty deep hole. So what shall we work on now? We shall set up the. So I want to put the refineries laying down so they're not as tall, but the entrances for the cargo containers. And because I don't want these to get built. Get my fat ass out of the way here. And now you will see the magic that is how I work.
Energy low.
And there she is, right on cue. Just like when I cut to my little monologues in my survival series. I was thinking about putting this on a couple of hinges to articulate it out over the hole. It took well over 18 hours to drill that hole. With all the, I think I had 9 drills on there, and I take my time with it. I just people like Wasted. Granted, he is freaking phenomenal on some of his stuff, but he likes to push everything to its limits, which is good. Gives you a good idea what to do and what not to do. Oops. Come on, back up, back up. But I like to take things easy, relaxing. Not here to stress myself out. And I am using right click, because if I want stone, I can get stone. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. Alright, so... Do I want to keep with this? I think I do want to keep with that. So for the time being, I'm going to go ahead and put these as a... I went back too far. This will be the first way to go into where I'll put the cargo area. And now I'm going to have the cargo... You'll be walking, like I did say that, didn't I? You'll be walking in up at the top. So that the room that's going to be created here, and I think straight across for the refineries, is going to be going... This will be the highest portion. This will be the ceiling of the room that will be in here. But I need to figure out... Come on, brain, work! Let's see here, because that's going to be... It's going to be a rotary airlock, which I prefer. Come out. Probably have another wall thickness there, and then at this point maybe have a catwalk. So I trust life is treating you well. I know what's going on with Travis, but Drasier, how are you? How's life treating you? You unfortunately having to deal with some of those forest fires. I think you live in California, if I recall correctly, or have you moved, or? As I wait patiently for the delay to come about, and Drasier to wake up and say, "Oh, what?" Okay. I think I'll do a little bit of this, and then yeah, we'll go visit my Safina base. We'll go take the jump ring for a spin. I think that'd be good, because then I can pick up some platinum, maybe build some thrust ring components, or not thrust ring components, thruster components, to be able to get the ion thrusters completed on that one. And I have to go find a place to park it, because it cannot stand. It can't. It won't be able to handle the gravity of Safina, even though it is a bit less than Earth. Well, I like to call it Terra, because it's not really Earth. Okay. So, let's see here. So I'll have an extra wall here. Let's say we'll do that. I'll come out. This will be a catwalk here. There'll be a space. And then this will be the start of the first car. Oh, you know what? Could be a catwalk here with stairs going down. And then a catwalk continuing in between, so there'll be cargo containers on either side. Okay, well, I hope whatever's going on in your life there, Jasir, I hope everything is in a positive light. All the stuff that's going on nowadays. Things can be pretty crazy. Yeah. Yeah, so this will be a catwalk. This will be a catwalk straight out. Actually, you know what? I think I'll start doing that right now. And the only reason why I don't put the airlock in is because if you do, I love these airlocks. I hope Keen makes these part of the game, or at least something just like them. If you do, you can't go through it, unlike the door. So I don't put in the airlock until the very end. So, oh, you know what? I'm gonna have to. Oh, I know what I'll do. So first off, I'm gonna grab this guy, and where is that one? So we'll use this one. We'll do a little of that. This one, I guess, yeah. Oh, what do we got? Oh, Super Gremlin. Those Super Gremlins are all Gremlins? Gremlins are always flying about. It's crazy how many times those things come around. You know what? I think just to keep my thinking straight, because okay, that's going to be connected to that and that. Come on. I've been finding that I'm going to refer to it as a targeting. I've been having difficulty trying to even grind or grind or weld like lights. And sometimes it won't even pick up anything. Like I'll keep resetting my view, and it seems to give me little issues for some reason. I don't know what's going on. No, let me see here. Did I build that in the wrong spot? Yes, I did, actually. So this is where that needs to be. Hey, 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 hey! Damn it. Build and repairs, they're nice, but sometimes they are a pain. Off. Don't take away my stuff. It's black. You shouldn't be touching it. You should be ignoring it. Well, it's good to know that it's been raining there. Help quell those fires. quell, quench, drench. I'm trying to sound smart. There we go. If you find this unexciting, I'm going to do this for a little bit just to get this work in process. But definitely we'll go visit my other base. If for nothing else, just to go take a jump drive. Jump. Okay, so there's that. And then there'll be a space, and then the next, and then this will be the first cargo container here, next one over there. So I am going to... Nope. Using these blocks as a basis to... Okay, come on. It's my template. We have some epic keen music going on in the background here. Alright, there we go. I'm going in the right direction now. Okay, fingers. Work with me here, not against me. I have viewers now that are watching my every move. I can't edit it out now. Not that I edit too much out of my videos. It's more to just give the little bit more cinematic view of the survival life. But I'm not sure if Dressir, if you watch anything that Wasted puts out, Wasted Space. I don't think Travis does. If you do, what do you have you seen his latest series where they're doing the? I've got so many screens open right now. Okay, so they're judging you harshly. Oh, where I'm at, it's finally starting to get nice and cool. I mean, all the people here in the New England area that have lived here all their lives are going, oh, it's gonna get cold again. And I'm like, yay, cold! The air conditioning off for at least 2 weeks now. The windows are open. The temperatures are in the, I want to say the mid 60s on average. And I love it. And then, as far as anything else, I don't really participate in society too much. So, I mean, my interactions today at the grocery store were very good. So things are not bad here. I'm enjoying it. Yes. So, this 9-block space is is where the first cargo container is going to go. So now I need to start digging down. So I am going to how to keep myself reined in here. I guess I really don't need to worry about it because let's see, as long as I've got a little bit of stuff going on here. Heyo! Zoops a man? That's an interesting name. Welcome. I hope I don't bore the heck out of you. Just doing a little bit of Space Engineers grind for a little while. And then we'll go adventure out amongst the stars for a couple of jaunts. I haven't gone very far beyond this moon, just because I've been focused on getting uranium for the future. I guess the whole Empyrean thing kind of sneaks through the capital ship. Yeah, and of course here comes the 30-second delay. Yeah, the new improv series it's very interesting. It's I found it quite humorous. I think it was the last one where everything was really going wrong, and I guess people that have only experienced some of those things realized it, and it was just they were trying to keep it together. And oh yeah, it's hilarious stuff. So I would like to at least build one cargo container in here just to get it done, so that when I come back, I'll know what I had planned. So let's see here. All right, so I got to go down one more level. Do I want to go down one more level? Actually, I do. I want to go down one more level because I want that catwalk to be over at the very top of the cargo containers to be able to look at the conveyor network. And that means that the conveyor port is going to be down here. Space Engineers grind, one of the most exciting parts of the game. Open Tides. That ship, I haven't been watching, but oh yeah, okay, it probably is. It gets within like almost a kilometer of my base every time. And then I go to take a look at it, and it seems to be a very heavily armed ship, so any thought of trying to take it on is kind of deterred. Hey. Okay, so put these in place. Okay, what are you doing? First you gotta find a stairwell. Oh, okay. All right, so that other solar array has finally turned to face the sun. I wonder why it was taking so long. Yeah, I haven't. I mean, I'm not against combat in Space Engineers, but the thing about the accuracy of the weapons is like severely nerfed, and I don't know if they did that on purpose just to make things exciting or what. But you know, if they made them like half as spread out, I think the combat would be a little bit better. But you can, at least for me, in looking at this is, as the sun gets up higher and higher, it's almost like the footage you see from the real world moon landing. It gets really bright, and obviously you can barely see any stars either. I mean, what you see are asteroids. Oh, and those 2 planets there. So that farthest planet, which you see is it's just like an orange dot. That's Ravcore. That's that lava planet. And then that one there in the middle of the screen, that's Tet. And so far as I know, Tet is nothing more than just a ball, a desert ball that has really nothing. This is Mega Man. Welcome. This is basically, it started off as just an outpost to just gather uranium because in this world, I started off on the planet Safina, which is a desert planet. It has platinum that I was happy to see, and I've been mining, but it doesn't have any uranium. And these are not, it's not a vanilla planet, obviously. So I came to this moon, Risha, which its main unique thing is it has uranium. So I bored this hole down here, and I've just been slowly tinkering on here. I'm just building things as I've been mining. I used the old-fashioned way. I big rotary drill head and just slowly went down. And this thing, yeah, that's right, it did get out of hand. And then this whole area, this whole base now is larger than the base that I started off with. It's Zafina, which I'm gonna take you guys to if you hang around for a little bit. I just want to do a little work on where I want to move this cargo stuff down there and expand some. It's rather exposed, and got things like the open tie, which always stays just out of range. But I do get the occasional boarding craft, and there's the other one, and I can't remember the boarding vessel, and there's one other one that sends down those piranha. And since this is a non-atmosphere moon and only has a 10th gravity, the piranha can make it down, which is why now I have a bunch of Gatling turrets around to protect the arrays and the base itself. But it would be nice to put stuff down underground so it's more protected. Oh, I know what we'll do. Let's go take a drive before I drag you to Safina. Let's go for yeah, maybe I should take a. Oh, and this is the first time I've done this, and this actually turned out. I've done the same thing over there, and it actually turned out better than I thought. Thanks to Keen finally doing their thing with the block boxes. What do you call it? the name it kind of escapes me. I was able to make this cradle, and the ship actually just sets on the cradle, and everything lines up perfectly. And it gives me a way to get up into the ship. Obviously, I'm using some mods. These landing pads are freaking awesome. And I have the retractable version of that. When I went to go visit the Earth-like planet, I found that this ship was a little heavy, and it actually collapsed the gear. So since then, I've been tinkering with those to see if that will work. But it'd be easier to use the pads, and that way you can also get into the ship without having to use a jetpack. So anyway, let's go for a little drive. It's only about 4 kilometers. I'll go see. There was a pirate resource processing base that I've been watching for a while, and it suddenly went dark. And let me bring that. It went dark because it ran out of power. Shut those off. Do that and that. And I've been slowly but surely. Let's see, all that stuff is good. I'll turn on the lights just because. And now I gotta disconnect. Yes, it was definitely. All right, so shortly here, there we go. I don't know if you, I prefer doing first person, but I'll bounce back and forth. I end up wrecking if I go too much third person. Change my view here. Although it is funny to see this low gravity, some of these jumps. We'll get some good air here shortly. And the reason why I'm heading in this direction is because the terrain is much better this way. If I were to head directly a beeline, the terrain gets pretty foul. Most of this moon is like this, which is awesome. I think this would be a Robin Shield preferred moon, seeing as he does like the rovers as well, and he's done quite a bit with the rovers as far as dealing with all the tires flying off and just going crazy. But so this resource station, this processing station, when it went dark, I didn't notice it at first. But then I didn't see the signal. It was probably a day or two. Let me go. Let me do this. It was probably a day or two after it lost power. And so I kind of head in the general direction, and I found it. And then eventually just slowly started detoothing it. All the Gatling turrets, the interior turrets, I think there was just one missile turret. And I've just been slowly chopping away at it. I've been getting pretty good at this whole low gravity rover skills, I guess. Oh, that's right. We're gonna pop the wheelie the whole way. There's the Earth-like planet right there. Now, when I created this world, I purposely put all the planets far apart. It started off, you can't see it from here, with a gas giant. I can't remember who created it. I don't think it was Dr. Octonopoulos. I think it was somebody else. I could maybe get some crazy tricks going, but then I'd probably end up crashing, and that would be bad. But I started off with that because I couldn't figure out for the life of me how to create the gas giant, and I wanted the gas giant to be in the solar system. So okay, I'm going off the path here. Don't want to get too much sideways. I want to see a flip. You crazy. I'd have to speed it up quite a bit. Ooh. Let's see how this one turns out. Oh, yeah. And then after I got that world, I went ahead and just started adding the planets. Oh, yeah, there's no laws here, Dressier. Yep, no speed limits. It's great stuff. And, yeah, it's kind of the, what would be the term? Masochistic? I don't know. I like the pain. And I would have been fine with the whole, multiple ridiculous hours to travel between planets. But then again, it's also nice to have something like the jump ring or a ship that's capable of shooting across to each planet pretty quick. Oh, there it is. See the blue one there? That one on the horizon, that one is 700 kilometers in diameter. Carrack. Is that Sands of Carrack? Is that what that is? I think that's what you're referring to, Drasier. But that blue planet there, that is the gas giant. 700 kilometers in diameter, and it has, oh, I want to say it has like 4 or 5 moons. Maybe not. I think the little twinkling things, I'll kick up here. I think those little 3 twinkling things there, hopefully the resolution is nice for you people to see. I think those are the moons. Which is weird, because if you look at the Earth-like planet, which is being covered up by the post there, there's a twinkling that I always see. So this is the resource processing plant. And I've just been whittling away at it. Literally all the stone that I acquired from digging that big bore gave me more than enough. Silicon, iron ore, nickel, just a little tiny bit of gravel. Just a tiny bit. What do we got there? Beacon 2. Wonder what that is. It's not enemy, so I'm not too worried about it. Maybe one day my streams, if they're popular enough, maybe they'll be as exciting as like Captain Shack. Very possibly. Very possibly, Ben. It's another open tide. Huffing some exhaust. Let's go ahead and come to a stop here. Helmets on. Yeah, so let me see here. I don't know if you can see it. I just move my head a little bit. You can see it right next to the Earth there, a little twinkling. I don't think that's the moon, but then it might be. So, did I leave this open for me to climb up there? I did. Okay. Occasionally, I'll bring the shuttle over here because it has more cargo space. But this thing, oh, didn't keep a block there. But I've been whittling away at it. All the conveyor tubes that were in here, the oxygen hydrogen generators that were in here, oh, the assemblers that were in here. Just slowly but surely, but been emptying things out. I mean, every single one of these like unions had at least 1 or 2 personnel turrets, interior turrets. The loot crate, loot. And I've been draining it. It had almost 1,000 battery cells and all kinds of fun stuff. But it was very nice to know that this thing ran out of power and I was able to come in here and just start tearing away. And I thought Travis, who may or may not still be with us, he has things to do today. Who, by the way, I actually work with Travis, and he's a very good guy, and also a casual gamer that enjoys doing things like this. And I'm trying to move my character. There we go. Little tiny lip. Character always has problems. And there I go, getting distracted again. Oh, yeah, I forgot what I was talking about. There we go. Don't grow old, kids. Old age sucks. But I've been whittling away at this, and just as I need stuff. Eh. Whoa. I can even, let's see. So make a liar out. I was gonna say that I wasn't gonna take any damage, and then if I said that before I hit the ground, I probably would take damage. Oh, well, I'm glad to see that it's not just me. Okay, all right. So this is the bad part about the low gravity. Is it definitely? I wonder if I used mass blocks, if that would have any effect. I've always been under the impression that mass blocks are only for artificial gravity. Okay, so we don't need to have that on anymore. And I would take it. I would take it to the Gladstone wreck, but I mean it's 4 kilometers in the other direction. And I'm sure that you'd want to see some more fun stuff. I mean it's a I guess it's a frigate, all heavy armor, all of it. And I was able to obtain a lot of thruster components to finish off the jump ring as I was enlightening the other person that's in this world to he had a ship disappear on him. I think the mod is self-cleaning up, but I had a ship that was in orbit above my base here at this moon. I went up and I discovered it, started raping it for all of its ion thrusters, brought the stuff back down to the base here, and then went back up and the ship was gone. So I guess, I don't know. I guess even though all of the integrated cleanup with Space Engineers is disabled, I guess the mods are doing it. I don't know. But anyway, that frigate, it actually was taken down by a reaver, or reavers. And so, to my benefit, I was able to finish up the ring that I have that we'll go use here shortly, because I don't think you want to spend 2.5 hours flying to the planet that's just nearby. Straight shot is about 1.5 hours, but when I first came to this moon, it took me about 2.5 hours because I was trying to. Okay, yeah, I'm heading in the right direction. Trying to. I just use the planets as the guide. Follow the stars. I was trying to avoid coming this all way. You know, you're not wrong. I probably could put a couple of thrusters on here and ride that wheelie. 10 hours of mining, the best that Space Engineers has to offer. Oh. Oh, you can see the very tip of Safina. I also wanted to have a base that I was overlooking the planet that I came from, but yeah, that didn't work out. Because I got here when hand drill only, vanilla, the first tier, the beginning drill, not the elite, not the precision. Oh. Oh, maybe I should restart the game and decrease the size of the backpack too. Get in there so you can do it. But okay, I got it. I got it. I was on my way to this moon, and it was in darkness. And instead of just waiting and waiting for the sun to come around, I just plopped down the first place I found uranium, and that's where this base is at now. Whee! The flying rover. Make sure I'm still heading the right direction. Okay. Oh! Oh, now that's not a good one. That's not a good one. Yeah. Yeah. See, this is distract me. I'm easily distracted. Shiny objects, you know. Yeah, that was. See, that's. Yeah, I just gotta stay where I'm comfortable right now, because the whole popping in and out of the cab doesn't work too well for me. Do 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 do. I wonder. I should probably jack up the speed on the wheels here and see if I can make it into orbit with the rover. Should be seeing the base here shortly. Or maybe I've gotten off track again. We'll see. This is the way the terrain is normally at the top of the hills that are near the base. There it is. Yay! It's quite substantial, and that jump ring is pretty big too. Oh, see, now that's the question. Are you a left or a right Twix? I eat both the same. That's perfect solution. There you go. Wrapper and all. That's hilarious. No, I don't drink anymore, so that's not the way I eat the candy bars. All right, so the plan is first we're gonna get the shuttle connected up to the jump ring. We'll get up into 0G. I'm gonna have to start cruising towards Safina. This base can handle itself for right now. It's just a small, little cottage out in the woods here. Wait till you see the size of the base I have on Safina. You're gonna swear I started here. Stop looking around too much here. And I actually just finished those 2 solar arrays yesterday. And because I purposely decreased the steering radius of the rover, I'm gonna have to do a little maneuvering here. I'm gonna do an Austin Powers 2,500 point turn. Okay. Stop. They get confused. They get the remote control. Okay, KMax, let's do this nice and slow, just like you normally do. Don't show off. End up wrecking the vehicle. Come on, a little bit farther. There we go. All right. All in one piece. And get out of the remote control, shut off the lights, shut off the wheel tires and... Are these off? I could have swore I saw red. I'll leave the lights off. And I built this purposely with some natural light, although it's pitch black in here. Anyone here fall into a crater? Yes, absolutely. Okay, that's my stone ejector. We'll take a quick glance here for those that have just joined. I'll go to the other side. This is my 133 meter hole in the ground, looking for the uranium that is on this moon. So, and to refresh anyone else, the people that just joined or didn't know, this is based on Aragath's Rust personal shuttle. And I did my usual. I started doing some tweaking and everything and crashed the first one. And then I just went all out, went into creative, and just... Now it's a big fat shuttle. But it has some awesome things. Like first off, it has 4 hydrogen boosters using the fandangly fancy new and improved hydrogen tanks. It has 4 hydrogen thrusters down to keep it from crashing into the ground. We have a total of, I believe, 8 cargo containers. And Aragath's shuttle was long before we had survival kits and cryo chambers, so it had a medical room here. The interior space isn't that much bigger. It's well fed. And I have these wonderful panoramic windows, which there were like really tiny windows here before. Nice little passenger seat for whoever. Parachutes. And of course, we can't have a ship built by me that doesn't have energy shields or defense shields. Because, well, I'm not very good at combat, and I don't want to lose my ship totally and completely, at least not too fast. Disregard the Storm Eagle. that was an oddball incident. And I really like the way this cockpit is, with the exception of these airtight gaps. It's airtight. It works. What are those things at an angle in the back? You mean those? Mega Man, are you talking about that right there? Well, those, I'm going to assume because of the delay, those are MA's, I can't remember what MA is, pocket gear. And he's got it so you can use those pads, and I think there's a mag lock there. And I'm using just pads here because of issues. And the original design of the shuttle was it was landing on the belly. I added these in because I'm a proponent of having landing gear. I'm just weird that way. Let's see here. I believe it'll be okay if I go ahead and S3, no, shuttle. Struts. Okay, fingers crossed it doesn't do anything with the nose. And they deploy out, and I wish the Keen would have landing gear like this. I mean, it's awesome. So they deploy out, and now the pads are ready to lock. I got the typical 3 landing gear configuration. And thing is that they were built based on rotors. So I have to figure out what the setting needs to be for these to work on something like the Earth or the alien planet where the gravity is significantly more. I really wanted them to, they do have a shock absorber kind of way about them, but I wanted them to be able to squat down so that it was only maybe half block space underneath the belly of the ship, so that you wouldn't need to use a jetpack to get up into the ship. So let's find here shuttle and struts. Retract. See, here's it uses the a rotor kind of thing, and I've got it's kind of jacked up on the torque, but considering the mass of the ship and everything, yeah, look at that open tide. Just like teasing. If I was a battleship. So let's go ahead and get locked up to the ring. I'll leave the gravity generator. Gotta have my position lights and everything going. Let's see here. We will turn on our ion thrusters. Off. Unlock there. And everything should be good. And gotta unlock the gear. Oh, too far. I got so many I just like all my other ships. Honestly, I did build it. It is mine. I don't normally fly it like that, so excuse me while I fly it like I normally do to get lined up here. And I added a new feature to this jump ring since the last time that I actually used it. Go back. There we go. And that, oh, it's working right now. I don't think you may not notice it, but the inside of the jump ring is lit up now, as well as the connector. And I love this mod too, where you can position the camera. Function, no style. That's funny. Alright, so now I can shut off the inertial dampers so it sets on the pads. Lock that. Okay. So now I can go into, oh, that's right. When I did the rebuilding, I did not add in the jump ring controls. So I'm going to put that in here. Jump ring control. Now before I do that, I don't need this ship's ion thrusters on anymore because it won't control those. They might actually fight against us. I don't need the gyro on board this ship. I'll turn that on. I think that's everything I need to do. Honest, I did build this. It is mine. Oh, geez, what is that block? Oh, I'm missing a block and I don't know what it is. What was that supposed to be? Wonder if that's the connector. Guess we'll find out. Alright, so those are locked. So, there it is locked in there. Oh, oh! I have the landing gear lock on there. Jump drives are ready. Yeah, all the menus. Yeah. Okay, so now this thing has landing gear as well, just to make sure that it was. Those are the reverse thrusters. Just look at menus on top of menus. Alright, I think I'm ready to go. Ba ba ba. Antenna is off. Camera out front. Whew. You know, it is true that when you start doing recording or live streaming, man, just everything goes out the window. Nope. Okay, I think. Yes. And we are off. There she is, the jump ring. And there's the planet we're going to. Let me get back in the cockpit so I can see what I'm doing. So we're at 0.8G, 0.7G. No threats. It's definitely very cool. Viewpoint from here. We are now in... Actually, you know what? And this is why I like to do this. That shuts off the reverse thrust. And that way, I can just maneuver around a little bit. And it will stop. It'll dampen in all directions except forward. And now we're just cruising forward. One thing I think is pretty cool. I'll get down here while we're floating away. If you're sitting back here, look how you can see the jump ring and everything else. And these are also animated drives. Oh, damn! Why do I have the gravity on? Why do you keep turning on the jetpack? Okay, so I have not jumped to Safina before. I know it's 400 kilometers away. So let's go into jump drive 1. Let's jack that up to I guess it's less than that. Well, gravity. That's right, gravity. Let's try that. Jeez. Alright, third person, you want to see it all. Okay, well, let me go like this. Let me get positioned so... Alright. It's either dark, or gray. Let's see here. So I need to go back in here and decrease this again. Let's see if that'll be good. Yes. Here we go. And you know what? I'm gonna take a screenshot. Here we go. Whoop. Get back in the menus here so I can, not that one, this one. So I can stop from going into the gravity well because, which I'm in right now. This does not like the gravity well. It can't handle it. So I'm gonna have to find an asteroid around here that is close by. I guess easiest way would be for me to Alright, there's some asteroids. That might actually be... Get rid of that one. And there's the outpost. And that is... right over there. So that means it's probably nighttime. get out of the gravity well and head more towards the area of the base. Unknown signal to squirrel. I do like my position lights and flashing strobes. And so Safina, its big thing is that it has platinum on the planet. And then the other moon, where is... I don't even see the moons. Ah, okay, so that's the one I just came from, Brisha. And I think it's, I placed it on the other side of Safina, is the other moon, look at my paper here, Thanian, Thanian, it has ice. See, this is the exciting part. And I suppose if I don't find an asteroid by the time I get directly over top of the base. This planet is mostly desert. Supposedly there are oases, multiple oases on here, but they're scattered around, and they're the only places where there's actual ice, as in like a little lake. I've not run across any, and I've gone 50 kilometers in like 3 different directions from my initial base. Oh, wrong side of the menu. Ah, excellent. In zero G. Now what I want to do is I want jump ring forward. That's the one I want. Yes, that way I can see where that's at. Alright, so I still have a little ways to go before I'm right over top of the the base. I want to be to as close as possible to overhead. And because there are reavers and other meanies floating about, I don't really want to leave the jump ring just hanging out without being protected in some way. There's no shields on it. There's no defensive shields or anything. So, I mean, it gets, and I kind of did that on purpose because it's really nice having this ring, but the threat of it being destroyed is also something that I want to maintain. So if it's destroyed, then I have to just rely on the shuttle and build another ring, or the ultimate goal is to build a large ship that will be able to land on planets as well. Where my base is at, if you look at the terrain, it's in a kind of a mountainous area. There's large patches of wide open desert like that. That I have not visited yet. And there is a trading station like 45 kilometers from where I'm at, where the base is at, but it doesn't have hardly anything. There's no ATM there, so all of the credits that I have discovered through all the squirrel I definitely I can't use. So rotate down want to... Alright, so I don't want to get into the gravity well. And I am. There I am. I'm in the gravity well. Oh. Oh. What is this over here? See it at the bottom of the window? I think I'm going to head for that. It's okay if I have a little bit of gravity, because that will actually keep a lot of the bad guys away. Grab this camera. Let's see here. Oh, we got a couple. That one's actually brightly lit. I think that's the one I'm going to go to. I am seriously just in the back of my mind, I am just scared that I'm going to do something during this stream and just crash my shuttle. This is the first time I've taken the shuttle back to Safina. Now I have flown it to the Earth-like planet. I don't think he's still on, but Travis, who was part of this, who joined the stream earlier, I actually work with him, and he's got a base on the Earth-like planet. And I had collected a bunch of, I think it was thruster components and things that I had extra after the jump ring build. So I wanted to give him some of those things, and he had logged off long before I got there. So I went ahead and stopped by there, and that's when I found that the landing gear collapsed. And but I know the ship can handle at least 1G. Oh, wait a second. I'll stop. We're in 0G. I have pads that I can lock to it. And it looks like a somewhat hollow asteroid. Perfect. Alright, so let's find that thing. Oh yeah. That's a thing of beauty right there. Okay, so we do have some gravity here. That's fine. This ring can handle it. It can handle up to, I want to say, like 0.08 G before it actually starts having an issue. Because 0.1 G, which is like Risha, it can make it, but you have to actually apply some vertical thrust. It's a nice picture too. Let's take another screenshot. Now, oh, I haven't thought about this. I don't have any reverse camera for the jump ring, so I will have to fly from this view. See if there's any viable spot there. Okay, so oh, look at that. It's like a perfect little pocket. Wonder how big it is. need to get out of... Oh, well, actually, I shouldn't have to get out of the jump ring controls. Yeah, I'll put it there. How about this? I will put the... Where are they? Where are they? I'm looking right at them. Put the spotlights right here. Another addition to my redesign of Aragath's very awesome shuttle. Oh, this looks like it's going to be a beautiful spot. While I'm at it, what the heck? Let's see if there's anything here. Ice and gold. Ice I definitely could use for the dark side of the asteroid. The new album from Lavender Lloyd. Alright, so I guess I am going to have to... First off, let me level off here. Get some mellow Space Engineers music going. Alright, so now I'm going to have to get an idea of how big this is. Not bad. Now, how did I get those pads on there? Okay, the pads are definitely the lowest part of the vessel. Okay, good. I done did that right. So, I think, whoa. Probably need to set down some blocks to lock to. Maybe. Bad part, I don't have any spotlights behind me. Oh, wrong way. Alright, I'm gonna have to get out and take a look. Nope, that's not getting out of the seat. That is... I don't have any other lights. Okay. I don't think I have any steel plates, so I will have to actually do a little mining. A little space mining. Oh! Okay. Anybody get a number of that truck? Where did my backpack go? Body location. 2 meters, 3 meters. What the heck? Okay. Okay, it says my body location's in there. My body location is inside the thruster. Awesome. You suck. Alright, well. Luckily, you know what, just in case I die, I'm just going to go ahead and Just gonna keep those ones in there. Alright. I wasn't ready for that. Oh! Well, I mean, maybe that's why. It was bouncing off of that. Alright, well. Let me raise that up. Excuse me. Alright, wow. Really got kind of like... kind of tweaked up here. Oh, I wonder if this is... Oh, it is dropping. Okay. So it would be nice to have it in that pocket, but I am going to put it up on top. I think that would be the best for right now. Wrong menu. Turn those pads on. I can't really see much. Well, I'm getting close. Asteroid's starting to get lit up by the strobe. Let's see, what is the 6 is for locking the pads. One pad to come into contact. I can lock it. Come on, give me a pad. There's a pad right there. Boop! One pad. Wow. Guess I need to put more lights on this. Yes, it is. Hey, look, your body's inside the... Robin Shield! Haha! Look, your body's inside the thruster. Jeez. Alright, so... Did it move at all? Did it come out? Oh, it's gone. Oh well. They just had the elite stuff in there anyway. So I guess I might as well utilize the ship. I'll shut those guys off. Jump drives I need to shut off. I'll leave those off. Shut those off. I will leave the solar arrays on. Everything looks good. It's locked. Whoa, unlocked. Okay. Alright. Because all the pads aren't locked. Ah. Let's see here. Where would I play with that? Oh, that would probably... I don't know if that's in my... I think I have my mic volume up pretty high. Well, as high as it'll go in Streamlabs. Might have to do that elsewhere.
I'll speak closer to the microphone. This way you can hear me.
I just don't want to huff and puff on it. Okay. Brr, 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 brr. Boy, oh boy. I swear, I swear that I am a good pilot. Da, 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 da. Everything's good. Let me turn on these gyros. I'll turn on this. Oh. Da, da, da. I need to have my ion thrusters on. Turn on those. And now I need to go back to that. Unlock that. Let's do, come on, come on, come on. There we go. See, now you can see the pretty blue lights. And maybe if I were to get out of the remote control. I just make too many toolbars, too many things going on. Alright. I don't like the fact that it's just held in place by one gear. You know what? I'm going to leave it right where it's at. And I'm just going to go ahead and we'll do that. It'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Got a little ways to go anyway. Well, Robin Shield, I'm so far, I'm actually surprised that as many people are watching and commenting as they are, and I think that's actually awesome. I don't know how often I will do this. I would like to make it into like a regular thing, but just I'm inherently lazy, and of course the time it takes me to do my survival series where I'm editing and everything. It just depends on how things turn out, I guess, week to week. I'm just curious if the time of 11 a.m. Eastern time is okay for everybody else. I could go a little later, go a little earlier, but I know I have people that are from around the world, such as yourself, that such a time difference that 11 a.m. is probably close to evening for you for dinner. Okay, so we are going to take that. Oh, wow. Did I must have hurt myself. So this is the fun time. Okay, so just to refresh my memory, those are my lift thrusters. Okay. Yeah, I will probably need those, along with the atmospherics. I will shut that off. Won't need them just yet, but some nasty terrain down there. Can start 2 or so hours later. Ah, I was thinking about, 11 a.m. I didn't want to conflict with some of the other content creators that I watch from time to time. I think Captain Shack does his at 11. But I was thinking about changing it to like 1 o'clock. Then again, Dressier needs that wake-up call. This is another one of the exciting things. I was asked once about about this transition because like Empyrean and I think what is the other one like oh, another one of the space-related games. There's a transition period between when you leave the planet and you go into space. It's not like this where it's seamless all the way through. 12-hour streams. Oh, well, if I could make a living doing it, I would not have a problem with that at all. It'd be the Good Morning Dressier streams. I'll leave the shields down. I don't, there's no threats right now. Let's make sure I have, all right, yep, all those are, everything's good. Do. Please don't crash, please don't crash. Don't want to lose my ship. It can handle it. It can handle it. The pilot may not be able to. So it's going to be dark. And, oh, the great part is we will have, probably have a sandstorm. As those happen every once in a while. Which I think is pretty awesome. I'm glad to see that they've brought in weather, or at least a relatively good weather simulation. Please, jump ring, stay good. Hopefully nobody takes you out. That would be very bad. And I am using a couple of mods, just a couple, that improve the hydrogen capabilities of ships. Viable hydrogen, I think, is one, which I guess you could say that it's like somebody's fine-tuned the hydrogen thrusters so they don't use as much fuel. And another one is the 3 times hydrogen capacity, 3 times hydrogen tanks for small grid, so that its capacity actually is proportionally sized to in comparison to the large grid. I want to see here. Okay, everybody's happy there. All right, so I'm going to leave the ion thrusters on because they're the only lateral thrust on this ship. And I have parachutes, but this should happen. This should work fine. It worked on the Earth planet, so all I gotta do is activate those hydrogen thrusters, which I think I'm gonna have to do. Is that my valley right there? Doesn't look like it. So they have a lot of forward momentum. Vertical momentum, I think, is being stopped by the hydrogen thrusters. I do have quite a bit of a load, too. Oh, you know what? That's a lot farther away than I thought it was. well, we'll have to circumvent the the planet here. Let's see here. Atmospheric cruise. Increase. Decrease. Oh, that was the braking thrust. Well, evidently I'm not high enough for the atmospherics to function yet. It's the braking. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What is that? Interdictor. And I guess I have the hydrogen, the oxygen, hydrogen. Yep, they're on. Oh, those tanks are not on. So it was just the hydrogen tanks that were, or the hydrogen, the oxygen hydrogen generators that were feeding the hydrogen thrusters. Guess that's good to know. A little bit farther away from my base than I thought. Now the terrain's starting to look a little more familiar to what I was used to seeing. Do. Okay, so they're really not doing anything, and the atmospheric reverse thruster is not really doing anything to slow me down. What? Probably. Oh, that's why. Yeah. Here we go. Now we're on it. Boy, oh boy. Who built this ship? Who set it up? I'll keep saying it. Once you start recording, all bets are off. So now, hydrogen tanks are on. Oxygen, hydrogen generators are on. And I'm still at 100% hydrogen. But yet, those are helping keeping me in a nice altitude. So let me go over this way. Do a little aircraft style flying. And we'll just slide sideways, because that's what we do in Space Engineers. Of course, now compared to the original version of this, air gas shuttle. It was horrible trying to control that in atmosphere. Rust Brawler. Okay. So we're getting close. Had a feeling all of these windows being open was going to be very distracting. Yeah. Oh, the speed mods. Yeah, I've entertained the idea of speed mods, but whew, I can just imagine the trouble that I would be in if I did that. Yeah, so I left that jump ring quite a distance away. Funny part is, I know there's an asteroid that seems to be very large and is in view of. If you do not go crazy, it helps. But that's the only way to space engineer is crazy. So it was Mega Man that was asking. This is pretty much the way this entire planet is. And obviously those dark patches are reminiscent of the days gone by of the way that the ore deposits used to be. Let's see here. Oh, I wonder. I might be coming from the direction. The first time I tried to fly a shuttle like this, I crashed. It didn't have enough thrust, and I had it overloaded, and I crashed it in an area similar to this, where it seems like I'm coming in from the backside. I do like using my thrust overrides. Call me weird. It's just on the other side of this mountain range. Yeah, I parked the jump ring way far away. Ice is slowly going down. I guess the viable hydrogen mod is really an awesome thing. You're weird. Which one? Me? There's plenty of people that will agree with you. Gotta love those airtight gaps. Alright, so the base is probably going to be just on the other side of this mountain range. Okay, call me weird. Touche. Touche. I have this cup of coffee next to me that's gone quite cold. But I'm a proponent of cold coffee. Wow. I definitely did park the jump ring far away. We'll fix that. Well, at least I will. On stream, off stream. This is the world I tinker on in between episodes on my survival series. Just had been wanting to build a world, and every time I would start, I wouldn't be satisfied. And then this one, I was kind of liked it. Invited Travis because he's been wanting to do a multiplayer thing. He was in the stream a while ago, or not in the stream, but in the chat a while ago. And so he is based on the Earth-like planet right now, and he's doesn't have very many hours in Space Engineers. What's that? Defense installation. Okay. And is it right below me? Yep, there it is. So now I'm gonna have to do a little why does that pop up? I'm not trying to build anything. Trying to keep from bashing into anything. So this is the big plane that I'm at. That patch right there, that is where I have magnesium, platinum. There's a couple of little divots in this valley here where I've mined for things like cobalt. I had found a couple of cobalt asteroids, boulders when I first landed on this planet. Oh, looky there. It's been a while. It's been a while since I've been back here. Awesome. See you later, Dressier. He's probably already gone. There we go. Let's do this and we'll just float in. Yes, I'm just going to post it, maybe some minimal editing so it's not doesn't have like a lengthy time at the beginning just here. So I will post it unedited in all of its glory. And now you get to see leaving, going now. See you later. No, I love you more. No, I love you more. No. And this, it will be in stark contrast to what's on Risha. This is actually pretty amazing. Still 100% hydrogen. Wow. I have a very similar setup here as far as the docking, landing for this. These pockets here from attacks that have happened. So let's get this thing. Remember, I am now in a atmosphere and the lateral thrust is drop like a stone. I think this should accept this ship because it's all pretty much exactly the same right down the center line. Whew. She's just just a bit. Just a bit sloppy. Whoa, hey, just, whoa, hands off. Alright, so we'll shut her down, shut everything down like a good pilot will do. Don't need any of that stuff on, everything else is good, don't need that on. And just because, well no, I'm sure the guns will be fine here. Okay, we're good. Oh, the other thing, because this is an oxygenated planet, I can turn that on, and it will draw in oxygen. Alright, so welcome to Safina. This has been my view for quite a while. Oh, there's a ship right there. Don't look straight at it, it'll disappear. And unlike Robin Shield's ships, mine are like tight and compact. He has like the flying cathedrals in reference or in comparison to my ships. So I don't need this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to build that. Yeah, it is just a little bit longer. One block. Oh, I forgot to shut off the hydrogen thrusters. Hydrogen lift. There we go. That is one good design element where you have the cargo containers and stuff located underneath. And you know what? Let me shut off some of these other things too. Don't need those on. Don't need the tanks on. So, and when I first built this base, I left the towers here like this, incomplete, and I really liked the way it looked. And then to help me build the first version, I left the ion thrusters on. To build the first version of this, let's see if that did it. Make sure that well, to build the first version, oh, the atmospherics are on. I didn't shut off any thrusters. Boy, I'm such a bad pilot. I put in my first build and repair, and unfortunately it decided to build all those because they weren't my ignore color, which is pure black. So this is where I'd called home for a little while. Let's see if everything still works. And I think the defense turrets are on. And in comparison to the base I have on Risha, this is tiny. There's the 2 build repairs, my cargo storage, my refineries, my little miner that barely gets around. So I think the first thing I need to do, well, let me take a look and see. Do I have any thruster components here, or do I have any platinum here? Well, I got a pretty good amount of platinum. I need enough to build ion thrusters. Oh, you know what? I want to build another thingamadoohickey there. Do I have? Oh, I do have enough. Use my lovely tan color because I like that tan color. Let's see. Will it let me? Will it let me? Eh, 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 eh. Right there. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Keen, for changing the hitbox collision boxes on these things. Oh, I should probably go back and get the other one. Okay, let me go swap these out for some better ones. Hopefully the ship doesn't kill me. I don't have this. This is just purely for charging the power. It's not piped up for any reason other than that. Although, it would be nice to eventually pipe it up that way, but I don't know how often I will be coming back here. Yeah, so there's Ungi, U-N-G-I. That is the gas giant, and there's a couple other planets there. There's the Earth-like planet, and I think that's Mars that's beyond that. Alright, Mega Man. Take care. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate your wonderful insight and commentary. I think I'm going to go ahead and do a little cargo transfer, and then because one of the main reasons why I went to, or the main reason I went to Risha was for the uranium, and I forgot about that. And I put the uranium specifically up here, along with my emergency ice supply, because these are not connected to the rest of the ship. And that way I would always have them. Let's see here. Ammo for the guns. I think I grabbed all of these. I have all these filled here to aid in the large ship. Let's see what time. Oh, we've been going for 2 hours already? That's crazy. You know what? Let's just do that. Oh, what's that? Okay. I guess I'll leave that up. Stackable wind turbine mod. The wind turbines, are they modded to the point where they don't interfere with each other as well? Because I know if they're in too much or too close a proximity, they'll decrease their output. You have to let me know about that. I did have, now that you mentioned that, I did have, I don't know if I still have it or not. There was another mod that had larger wind turbines. I want to say they were like 2 or 3 times as tall. And of course the material requirements were increased as well. But it's only to the sides. Oh, okay. As I know, those 2 turbines are putting out, I guess, their maximum amount. And that one, you can see that it's moving just a little bit slower, I guess because of its proximity to the terrain. It doesn't get the maximum amount. Let's see here. Come on. Wind turbines. Yeah, see, so this one is getting 457, and this other one is wind clearance of good, 373. 5 megawatt wind turbine? That's crazy. I don't want to all out. I don't mind cheating a little bit with mods, but I don't want to go too crazy. Oh, jeez, more toolbars. Jeez, let's see here. So we'll go with, I don't need that. Yeah, I do. Turn those on. That's gonna turn on. This thing should be all this should be all ready to go. Okay. Come on. I know it's been a while. Use a lot more stuff. Yes. I wonder if the 5 megawatt one is the one I was mentioning about how it's a larger turbine, or are they the same size, just a higher output? It's my little miner. I'm just gonna go down here. Let's see, I think that, yeah, that far one there is for the platinum. Just want to get a little bit of platinum. Doesn't quite have the, oh, they are a lot bigger. So maybe that's the ones that I was thinking of that I had on here, but I took off. I think I took them out. Okay, everybody that wanted some mining, here we go. Oh, I gotta turn on my, oh, I already had it on. Stone ejection. I don't need any more stone. Want to make sure I have enough platinum to refine so I can make enough thrusters to finish those last 2 thrusters on the bottom of the jump ring. That would make maneuvering it in a little bit higher gravity a little bit easier. So let's take a look here. Oh yeah, it picks up a lot of stone. So I'm just gonna hang out here while it stone gets ejected out. Come in. You gonna let me see? Oh, there, almost. There we go. Now we've got an ejector just behind the drills. Okay. Oh, okay. I can't do that. It's not as awesome as the, well, maybe I should, I don't know if I have that installed, the Ultimate Spectator mod. That is awesome because you can use just a regular spectator, almost like your third-person view. You got a couple of different modes where you can have it move freely or orbit around the vessel. Ooh, that's not good. Don't get all cattywampus there. I'm using that nowadays in my survival series just to be able to get some pretty neat perspectives. As Wasted seems to be using it as well in his improv survival. Do a little bit of right clicking to give me a little more room here. Last thing we need to do is to damage the miner. Miner didn't do anything to me. Miner's been nothing but good for me. How am I looking now? Oh yeah, the stone's almost gone. This is the exciting part of Space Engineers. So everybody knows that's why everybody plays the game. Mining Simulator 2020. Okay, so the connector is almost full. Well, it will be. Put that there, put this to here. Just want to like fill up these things so they don't fill up with anything else I want. Just the resources. I think what I'm gonna do, considering that it's 1 in the afternoon and I started at 11, I'm going to mine a miner full of platinum, get this processing. I'm gonna go ahead and set up to manufacture what thrust components I can with what platinum is in the cargo containers back at the base, and then head back to Risha, back to where we started, and I'll probably end the stream at that point in that area. So we'll get a nice little jump back. Hopefully at least one of the thrusters will be done on the bottom of the jump ring, so that I don't have to worry about having to have any extra input from me to keep me aloft. They just gorge on the stone. Well, the only thing I can say is that I'm just glad that I happened to land in an area on this planet, this modded planet, that has platinum, because it made a huge difference, and also the fact that I landed right near a cobalt boulder, which I would share some of the screenshots. I've been trying to share screenshots on Steam through my it's not my channel, but my account there. I don't know if anybody else has seen them. But I could share them there so you can see what it looked like during the sandstorms and everything else when I was first starting out. Then it shows the little pod that I had, and then I modified it a little bit and kind of made it into almost looks like a Cessna by the way it's shaped. Slowly built up, just like everybody does when they first start off with the game. I'm absolutely open to any and every kind of suggestion, much like the turbines. I may look into those, and I might want to head back after I dump this stone, just because of the power issue. And this is one of the reasons why I really like using thrust override. Is that you're not using maximum power to move the craft, which means that your power time can be better, I guess feathered would be the word I'm looking for. At the same time, it's a double-edged sword, because if you forget you're using thruster override, it can definitely bite you in the behind really quick. full. Let's see. This is the time when I start using the gravity to my. Try to use it at my benefit. So I'll get up high enough so I can keep the nose down and use gravity to give me my forward speed. And I can also feather it as I need to. And I played hours and hours and hours just like this. Lights. Let's see, 5 is my brakes. Gonna show off my fancy little hanger lights when I come in. That's little things. It's little things. This one I don't have a camera out back. Just keep backing up until I am ready to lock. That's off. All right, there we go. Yay! So then the next thing I'm going to do, let's just see how many I can build of. I ultimately need about 100 and, no, actually I ultimately need about 90. But we'll see how far it goes. It should draw in the platinum that's already in here. There, car container 6. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you for stopping by, Robin Shield, and thank you very much for all the help that you gave me to get me to this point. Which, by the way, Robin Shield did a lot by keeping me, giving me information and leading me in the right direction to get to this point. Why are you not? Did I turn you off? Is that what it is? No? Oh, did I? No, conveyor system is on. Why is that not working? Okay, so I need 900 iron. Why isn't it feeding? I don't understand. Why is it not feeding? The assembler. That's this one here. B assembler. Shuttle, survival kit, base. Yeah, this is the right one. Cobalt. I need 300. Okay, well, was just trying to transfer it from its own self. I'll put 500 in. It is assembly. Gold, 30. I know I just saw. Oh. I don't have any gold. So I don't have any gold. Superconductors. Ah! Well, that's what I need right there. I got more than enough. So, in order to keep things even, come on, step back. Do that. I guess I'll just take and remove the demand on the assembler. I don't know why the assembler's not functioning. All those things are there. It doesn't look like it had any... Doesn't have anything in there. It's not like it's overflowing. Power efficiencies, conveyor. I don't understand. Alright, well, no biggie. I've got what I needed. Let's see, is there anything else I want to take with me? Well, that's all. Nope, B. Okay, and then I think I set all this stuff to base. Hide empty. S3 is the shuttle. Crowd chamber, yeah, see, 8,000 credits. I can't do anything with them. Okay, the interior turrets are doing okay. Maybe I should throw some ammo into those just in case. I'll take some magnesium. I'll take that. Yeah, I'll go ahead and we'll throw some more ammo into these guns. I don't know how often they interact with anything. So let's see here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you know, symmetry, balance. Now, this one's the easy one. Come on. It's 100 there, 2, 4, yeah. Yeah, because I only got 4. This one, that is the pain. I gotta go up here, get just around the corner. Nope. Just a little bit higher. I've been able to get it before. Come on. Alright, so I am going to have to... I can't do it from here. Because even if I do that, it's going to disconnect me. Yeah, see, as soon as I get away from it, it disconnects me. Alright, I'll go grab a steel plate for that one. This was the other way I used to fill it up, and then I figured out, oh, I could just get around the corner there, but that's not working this time for some reason. So I just got here, and then I just put one of these guys, and I will make it that way. Nope. So now I can see, by how quickly the time has flown, just how easy it is to go over a self-imposed length, or a stream length of like 4 hours. So I often wonder why it's so, it seems like it's so easy for them, but it definitely is easy to go over the time. Time flies when you're having fun. Sky Factory. I think I've seen those before. Stair Climber Simulator 2020. Okay, so do I need any of this stuff? Silver. Yeah. No, I brought that here. Bum, 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 bum. So, do I have anything in here? There's uranium. Guess I can bring a bunch of platinum ore with me. It's not going to hurt anything if I did. Hello, John. Welcome. Hopefully you find this engaging and entertaining. Just getting ready to finish manually transferring some stuff into my shuttle, and have to return to my jump ring to go back to the moon that I was on. Oh, Robin Shield, I think, is left for the time being, unless he's snuck and stayed here. Okay. Oh, that's trying to transfer it out of the shuttle. All right. I could probably just leave the platinum here. But I think what's going to end up being is I might end up building the large ship that I'm going to start traversing the solar system in. I think I'm going to build that on the moon just because of the low gravity. And the fact that I can use my jetpack, because that's a mod that I have installed, is no jetpacks on planets, which basically gives you almost nothing in time to use your jetpack on a planet. I like that kind of restriction. Kind of keeps me away from being able to just fly around everywhere. Have to be a little more forward thinking. Kermandale. Interesting. Kermandale makes me think of Kermit the Frog, or like Kerbal Space. But you have to come up with ways to build structures vertically. And I got the platinum. I'll just toss that in there. Yeah, I'll keep it organized, because that's what I am. I'm all about organization. Alright, I think that is it. Modified that so it'll reach the shuttle. Did a little mining, got all the thruster components that I need to finish off those 2 ion thrusters. The base is intact, still running. Let me take care of this, because I don't know why. Somewhere I got beat up. So I guess it's time to just say, defense turret. Let me make sure those turrets are on, because... Yep, they're on. I don't want to turn them off. Okay. Lights are off. Close the door. Alright. So let's see if I can go through all my menu happy stuff and get out of here without crashing. It's just... I build these ships and I make them so complex that I can't even fly them. I'll throw on all my lights. I'm going to be a good pilot. And we'll turn those guys on too. I don't want my reverse thrust on. And I'm going to need the hydrogen thrusters. I think that's everything. And I should be able to just take off. Okay. I'm caught on something, aren't I? What was I caught on? First time that's happened. Of course, during the stream. That's when it happens. Oh. I was in the remote control. The remote control is facing backwards. When I thought I was thrusting forwards, I was thrusting backwards. Boy, oh boy. I do that more often than not. So, just go around this way. We'll kind of tilt her like we were flying an actual aircraft. Most aircraft don't slide sideways. Let's go full override, and we'll do the same thing with these. Sesame Street fan. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, my personality, my ID, my name has gone through many different changes over the years, but it's mostly based on the fact that when I first started any kind of gaming, I was kind of chaotic in my ways. So longhand, my name would be Chaos Maximus, but then over the years I decided to shorten it down to just KMax, which I didn't realize it, but actually is the name of a, is it a Soviet helicopter? I think it's a Soviet helicopter. Okay, so it seems that we're losing speed, so it is now time to turn on the boosters. And it really doesn't take much, because I'm not fully loaded. So right now I'm on thrust override with my ion thrusters and my atmospherics, and I just barely a little bit with the boosters. We're just climbing away. Yep. That is another good thing about using thrust override in a situation like this. You don't necessarily need full thrust. Guess I could look down. There we go. Go for an 85-degree-ish climb. And I think I'm high enough to where the atmospherics really aren't doing anything. There's a view for you. Like it. Screenshot. Okay, I'm gonna leave the boosters lit, but I think, actually no, I don't need to leave that on anymore. I don't think I need to leave the lift thrusters on anymore. Shut off the tanks. And there we go. We just hit that transition spot where ion thrusters are all I need. There we go. I don't need the atmospherics anymore. Right over here is where I want to go. Looking at my artificial horizon ball there. I'm going to try and keep the planet underneath me. There we go. And I'll get rid of the outpost. So now it'll be kind of the length. Oh, geez. There we go. The alt-tab thing here. Now it's just get to that asteroid, get back to the jump ring. I will weld up those two thrusters, which will make it so that it probably can maintain position in that that location, just barely in gravity. So we're just going to cruise for a little bit. Got 88 kilometers to cover. You know what? I was going to take note of where that asteroid was. That it's probably the one that's right in front of me. Right there is the one I should have gone to. reintroduction of the water mod. Oh, was that water mod actually out a while back, and then they worked it out and got it working even better, and they brought it back again? Is that what you're saying there? Does look interesting. I do say that I'm kind of interested in it. Don't know that I'd incorporate it just yet. Usually mods like that or scripts where you actually have to do a little inputting of information, I kind of avoid because I'm just lazy when it comes to that. I don't want to sit there and read all the fine print and figure out how to really do it, but let's see here. Oh, okay. I think I know why. I know why that I'm increasing in speed, because I'm actually in a descent. Here's the planet. Yeah, I mean, it's too bad that, much like the weather, that they can't keep it from being inside of a closed, sealed environment. But I mean, there's only so much you can do with the engine, I guess. And I'm no way, shape, or form a programmer of any type. You know what? I want to go to this asteroid here and mark it, and that's probably going to be the place where I'll park the jump ring the next time I come. That'll be so much closer. I'm actually going to watch some more of Captain Shack and his stream with Texfire and Alti, where he's doing the water mod, and I think Wasted just put out a video where he was gonna play around in the water mod too, so definitely want to look into it. It's absolutely cool though, to be able to have actually floating ships and stuff. And I guess the next thing that a modder is probably going to come out with is ballast tanks. So you don't have to worry about using oxygen or hydrogen tanks for ballast. Have actual legitimate ballast tanks that go along with it. And that would be pretty phenomenal. I mean, I guess that's the only way you can really work with the code to give your vessel buoyancy. Yeah, I think this might be the asteroid that I can see from the base. So this will be a good spot to mark as the future location for the jump ring. Yeah, the file sizes are monstrous. It still amazes me to this day, because when I first got into computers in general, 500 megabyte hard drive was phenomenal, and now it's almost unfathomable where we're at now. If you tried to tell somebody back then, oh yeah, we're going to be up to the point where you're going to have a terabyte in a USB stick. As a matter of fact, some of the games I have installed I haven't even played yet. Things I've been interested in, depending on the genre. I was kind of big into 8 gigs of RAM. I mean, now I think nowadays the industry standard for like a mass-produced PC is 16 gigs, so that's still nothing to laugh at. I mean, most people, you don't really need much more than that. floppy disks. 5 1/4, man. Even 3.5 inch were like the cassette tape to the 8-track tape. I even have, I know it's not a common thing now, you don't even see them in PCs anymore, but because I've built every PC I've ever owned, I even have my old gaming PC, the one before the one that I'm playing on now, is the last one I put a floppy drive in, and I think I built that thing 6 or 7 years ago. And hello, Odin. Let's see here, I need to speed up a little bit. We've got places to go, things to see. Miner drone. All right, so. Yep, I parked way. This is like way I park at the shopping centers. I park a half a mile away just so I can get the exercise, but it doesn't really work out that well here. I thought it was a lot closer to my base. Oh. And that's not even the asteroid in front of me. Can't even see it yet. It's so far out. This world that I've created, I have the asteroids set to, I can't remember the levels that whenever you create a world, but it's not the what it comes up as. It's one notch fewer asteroids. Purposely, because I like to abuse myself. Maybe not as much as Splitsy does. I don't know about that scrap mod. That's as many times as I place blocks, grind them down, replace them, grind them down, and continue to go back and forth. Well, I'd have a lot of scrap. What is that? Oh, very nice. At work, I tend to stand a lot as well. You know, I'm under the impression that it's healthier for you, and it's just, you know, sitting you get too lazy when you're sitting. Well, kind of like what I'm doing right now, but is that a ship? Oh, it's just an asteroid. Yeah, well, it's definitely a positive thing. I think having a standing desk is a much better choice. Back and neck issues. Oh, the sitting? normally I have my helmet closed. That's much better. You don't have to hear the sounds of the thrusters. You can hear the very quiet space engineer's music. Now, let's see here. Trying to work out here. Doesn't look like I have a lot of vertical speed going on. Dampers are on. My braking thrust is off. She's like parked in the yeah, it is definitely difficult to find a good chair that's comfortable for long-term use. And in case you're wondering, I didn't mute the game. I just put my helmet on. And now it's not. The audio's not coming back. Well, that's good. I didn't want to hear the roar of the thrusters continually. Well, I'm flying to reconnect up with my jump ring, which is, I parked it on top of an asteroid that is in the gravity well, but it's at the very edge. And then, can we see it from here? Ah, right, it's right over, no, that's an asteroid. The, one of the two moons that is to the planet that I was just on, it's called Risha. Yes, a jump ring. Didn't you see the jump ring? I thought you were here when I had the jump the jump ring. The jump ring is what I used to get from the moon back to the planet of Safina, which is where I was just at. And yeah, standing, yes, absolutely. Well, if you didn't see the jump ring, you're about to see it in about 25 kilometers. And I'm going to do just a little bit of work to it because it's been missing a couple of thrusters on the bottom. Mostly to combat the low gravity of the moon that I'm on. That my moon base is like 4 times larger than my 4 times larger than my planet base. Oh, it just came back. Okay. And I'm just crazy to me that I've been playing. Well, no, this isn't crazy to me as far as the time just flying by. But I didn't think that the stream was going to go by for me as quickly as it has. It's going on 3 hours now. Wow. Well, I sincerely hope that anybody that's stuck along or has just joined is finding it entertaining. And I don't know why my audio is so funky weird. I bet if I just get out of the seat. There's the sound I was expecting to hear. Okay. It's just being in space. That's got to be it. Out of the atmosphere. I'm gonna work on the volumes of the background music from the game, my audio, and then the game audio. So if any of you want to comment on the volumes of all those things, just let me know and I'll tweak them for the next time. This is the first real public stream that I've done ever, so I'm Had some input from Robin Shield, who helped me out a lot, and I just want to make sure I get this to a point where everybody's having a good time, hearing everything, not getting blasted in the ears. Ooh, 10 kilometers. There's the asteroid. Now, can I see the jump ring from here? No, it's going to be on the top. At least that's where I left it. I'm getting worried that it's not rendering in yet. Please game, don't clang me. Please don't clang me. I'm going to stream until I get back to Risha. So probably maybe another half an hour. Because once I get on the jump ring, I'm gonna weld up those 2 thrusters, and then it's just pointing and doing a quick no, I'm in the wrong menu. Quick jump, and going down to the moon surface is a heck of a lot. Oh, there it is. Good. Whew. I was worried that it disappeared. And getting down to the moon's surface is a heck of a lot faster than this flight was. Okay, so I am going to have to do this. There we go. Well, I'm glad to see that it's still there. Okay, so I want to go ahead and get back into this view because I need this view to dock. What was that number? 3 to lock. Get to see the beautiful, pretty lights that I set up in this. I haven't hit that little magical number of lights yet to cause flickering and all those weird things. Orange color as in illumination, or as in the overall like color of the blocks? Because if you happen to watch my survival series, you'll see that my my primary ship is actually mostly orange as well. Ah, the trim, okay. Alright, so I shouldn't have to have that on anymore. We're gonna lock. Alright, so we will shut all that stuff off real quick. I don't need the gyro on this. I will turn on the gravity generator. I don't need the intake. Everybody's happy. All these things I've got. Okay, I think everybody's good. Okay, so the last time we tried this, Clang smacked me upside the head and killed me. So we'll wander back here again. I have my good tools. think I'm only going to need 100. Turn these on. Helmet's on. Okay, good. All right. So, yeah, that one pad worked. Yay! Good pad. Good pad. All right. That's one. And that's two. Oh, yeah. Awesome. Take a quick look around, make sure it didn't get shot up by anything. Yeah, it's the pre-flight walk around is what it is. All right, so far, yeah, looks like everything's good. So now I'll get back in, I'll lock these gear up, and we will be completely attached to the ship. Need to shut off those ion thrusters. Then we're going to be on our way back to Risha. The orange zebra? I prefer, let's see, yeah. Well, this is what Wonderful Space Engineers gives me every time I die. And I use the proper suit. I really like the look of the proper suit. It actually looks like a real world suit. It's a little more bulky, a little more crinkly. But, you know. Okay, we're going to hit the right key. Okay, so that's all connected up. We're going to leave the helmet on just because. You know, I'll leave that open. That's the only way ventilation gets up here anyway. So, let me shut those thrusters off. Okay, we are now connected to the jump drive, to jump ring. Let's lock those. Oh, that was the button I was looking for. Like I keep saying, I did build these things. I just, you know, I got too many things going on. Okay, dampers are on. Gonna unlock. Is it maintaining? It looks like it is. Those extra 2 thrusters make a big difference. So for anybody who wasn't watching during the beginning of the stream, this is my jump ring. I built it specifically for use with this ship because I have this world, all the planets are spread out really far, and you will be hours and hours and hours traveling between planets if you don't have a jump drive. Well, this one has 4 jump drives, and I can go the maximum distance of 8,000 kilometers if I so choose. So now, let me bring up, maybe make sure everything else is, don't need that anymore. And now I'm going to go to Mining Outpost, which is this direction. That's right, I'm still in gravity. I bet you can't even jump from gravity, so I'm going to have to get out of gravity. How about that? Oh. Zebra orange is goofy. Yeah, that's funny. And this is definitely quite the experience doing this streaming because I have so many windows open right now, just to make sure everything is running right. So if I repeat myself because of the comments, it's just because I'm quickly looking over and realizing somebody has commented. Alright, so now we are there. I want to make sure I've got everything all happy. Let's that's for the ship. Right. Oh, I got out of the seat, didn't I? Nope, got out of that. Okay, so I want to make sure I'm aimed pretty well at the moon. Because I have my braking thrust disabled and all other thrusters on, whenever I move around, it'll keep going in that direction. All right. And here we are. So now, okay, got a little space engineer's hiccup there as all the bad guys start to come in. Sure. The good part about a moon with the low gravity is that I can fly there with the jump ring attached. Oh, look at that. I am just a little over 1 million kilograms with all this stuff together. Not bad at all. Yeah, it didn't turn out too bad. I mean, Space Engineers is a blocky game, so gotta make do with what you got. I do have modded blocks in here. The AQD armor extensions are absolutely awesome. Some more things that I really wish that Keen would put in the game. Much like AQD's conveyor expansion or extension. Just so many good things about that. So I can do, oh, that's right. I do have my braking thrust on. It would be nice. I mean, I'm sure there's a certain point where they're going to say, you know, we're not going to add that because, well, the modding community is taking care of it. But then again, I mean, there's some of these things that should have been in the game long ago that, I mean, granted, maybe the code wasn't there to do it, and only up to now where they've got all the optimizations and everything that it actually works. Or people that are just so gifted that they're able to figure out how to manipulate the code or write something that complements the code to make these mods. So but the blocks, it's just replacing things that would just naturally be part of it. That's one thing. Was it Dual Universe that just came out, or not just came out, but went public? Where no, it's Starship Evo, where you can literally shape the block as you want it to. You just pick the general profile of it, and then you can stretch it, make it wider, taller. It will be another phenomenal day if Keen ever makes it to the point, which they would never would, because I think the coding is probably crazy. But if they were to make it so that you could combine small grid and large grid without having to use a rotor, or you know, the various cheats that we do. Can we see it yet? Let's see. I am looking down. Nope, nope, I am looking. Nope, can't see it yet. It's not rendering in. The round blocks mod. Does that round off everything, like all the different blocks? I know we've got the kind of one block in that's vanilla that has a rounded shape to it. I use it occasionally. Okay, this is going to be the test. Ah, laundry. Yes, I have to do laundry too. So that'll be one of those things that I do. Rust Rover. Rovers on the... Oh, that should be entertaining. I should probably just go over there to laugh at them. Oh, there we go. The base has come into view. Enough Googling here. Googling. Okay, so I need to go towards the landing pad. This base is significantly larger than the original base that I started at. Oh, that is funny. It happens. Just start playing. One thing leads to another. Curious to see. Is it still falling? Yep, it still falls, but not nearly as much, I think, as it was. Yeah, I'm going to be able to use this to help line up. This cradle is great, but the thing is with the cradle is that it's going to throw me off a little bit with the viewpoint. The cradle is just a little bit snug. There we go. Just going to have to use my artificial horizon there. And realize that I am too far back. Must be Oh, that is awesome. All right, it kind of looks like I just did one of the best landings on this thing that I have ever done, so that's pretty awesome. I'm gonna shut off that, and I'm gonna lock. There we go. That's pretty awesome. I'll leave the solar panels on. I don't need the reactor on anymore. Let's see, everything is off, off, off. Okay. Bum-ba-dum-ba-dum. Alright, so I'll shut that off. I'll turn that on. Bum-bum-bum-bum. Make sure everything else is good. Disconnect that and that. Get off of that, and then I should be able to move this forward. Turn on inertial dampers. Inertial dampers are good. Boy, oh boy. Well, you know, you're gonna make mistakes. Might as well make them live. So there we go. Jump ring successful. Got those extra thrusters welded up. Alright, so once again, yep. Shut off the inertial dampers. We're locked. Nope. And get out of that. Turn on the pads. They're locked. Ion thrusters are off. Gyros are off. And we're back. Just go outside and make sure I shut everything off like I'm supposed to. Tanks are off, thrusters are off. Yep, everything looks good. What do we have coming? Oh, rust rovers. I'm sure those guys are having a blast driving around in low gravity. All right, well, I don't know, not a whole lot has happened during the stream. I really appreciate everybody coming along and sharing it with me. And if you have any additional comments or anything that you would like to make, I do plan on posting this video later on. Minor edit to like take away the majority of the little wait time if there is at the very beginning. But other than that, it will be pretty well the same as what you have just watched. I won't be doing my typical voice alterations and things. The audio streams are all combined, so that would make it just too weird. So anybody who's was late to come in, this is the moon called Risha. This is my yes, the trust plot. Yes, very simple, and I think what the person who created these did was basically the build stage of all the rest of the blocks just made them a little thicker, and they're significantly less material, but they look good. They're colorful. I like them, as you can tell. I like to use them all over the place. But I have the 130 meter deep hole that I bored out to get the uranium that I came here specifically for. And this is not the only pocket of uranium. But then I built this up, just slowly built this up while things were being mined, and got my little garage over here where I have a rover at. I've tried the gantry blocks, and I guess I just haven't given them as much of a chance. I do like the fact that they look more like like a structurally sound thing, and then that they have some of them where the conveyor pipes are running through. So I'll go back out to the solar arrays and show you what I did different than that. But then I built this rover. I had a smaller one before, but it got kind of messed up from some marauders that came in. But then I built this little thing. And then we have a large landing pad, one of the first major huge things that I built. All heavy armor, so that anybody can just drop down on there and it's not really going to hurt it. A couple of build and repairs to keep up with all the drones that keep coming through. It would be nice for a drone attack to happen so you could see the parts just raining down. It's almost entertaining. Well, it is entertaining, but it's almost silly. So John, in reference to that, this is what I did with my solar towers, because I'm using the smart rotors. And so I took the colorable scaffolding and wrapped them around conveyor tube to go up, because I have the oxygen farms up there. And the gantry mod would look even better and take fewer blocks to do this. But I don't mind that. I don't mind the look of that either. It's very protective of the conveyor tubes. Although these Gatling turrets do a phenomenal job of taking the bad guys out. This one was 100% finished. I haven't put the lights in on that one like I have that one over there. And these are connected to the small room that's down here. I'll show this off too while you're here before I say goodbye for the evening. And I'm working on, that's where cargo containers are going. That's where I started working a little bit on the beginning of the stream. This, if I threw a vent in here, I actually probably would have it would be pressurized, because those oxygen farms are slowly filling these hydrogen or these oxygen tanks up. And let's see if we can get my character here. All right, so this is the room I'm in right now, right in the back. And what I did was I used those wonderful hinge blocks that we finally got. And I initially laid those armor blocks you see down there. And basically plopped, ooh, trains 2019. Oh, wow. I liked Orange trains more than I liked Microsoft. I don't know what it is about it, but I just for some reason I liked that. I haven't played it in a long time, but I can't remember. I think I have Trains 2016. But there's going up to that solar array right there. And there was a little bit of clang going on right here, and I have no idea what it was, but it worked itself out. I was fighting just putting in these conveyor tubes. But yeah, so I bored this out by hand, and then both sides are the same basically. I didn't mean for these to get welded up, but when you use the build and repairs, and if you don't color them right, they will definitely build everything up. And I need to put, oh geez, wrong lights. I need to put some lights in here, and then aside from the ones back there, and I'll probably put some power and oxygen output readings on those, using the timer blocks with probably like auto LCDs or stuff like that. But I'm going to say that's going to be it for me. Once again, I do appreciate everyone who's come along, and I hope that the next time I do this, whether it's next Sunday or maybe a little bit longer than a week from now, that you'll feel more than welcome to come and found me entertaining enough to hang out, chat, give me some ideas. So I'm going to go ahead and wander into the ship. That's where I normally log out. Dressier, well, you're just going to have to, you know, there was exciting things. We had like capital ships that we were battling, you know. Well, you just got back right at just at the ending, so you're just going to have to wait for the book. See, I made it back in one piece. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and pop into here. Once again, everyone, thank you very much. And I hope to see you the next time I play this game. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and flip my thing over here and go clickety click. Oh, but see, you weren't here. You won't know until you watch the stream. Alrighty, y'all. Thank you very much, and I will talk to you guys later.